Welcome back to the Movie Squad, ladies and gents.
Woo, Movie Squad! Woo, 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 woo.
I'm Matt Sloan. I'm the host of the Better Movie Podcast. I'm joined today by...
I'm Chase. I'm the host of the On the Shelf podcast.
Hi, I'm Sinead Renee, and I'm the host of Guilty Pleasures.
Nice.
And I'm James Jump, and I'm the host of Cinema Snaps.
Nice.
Nice.
Snaps. Loads of snaps.
Snaps.
You know, I like it how Sinead says, I'm the host of Guilty Pleasures.
We all know what Guilty Pleasures means. Come on.
What's the show about?
You don't want to know.
What?
Straight to the point.
It's the first moment in.
So, guys...
He said it. What are we doing, Matt?
just like 2 seconds in a... Yeah. What should we talk about today? What are we doing today?
Wandavision.
Wandavision.
A series review of Wandavision.
Okay.
Because now that it's over, we can spoil everything without trying to create everything.
Tony Stark dies.
We can talk about it freely.
What?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, no. We can talk about it freely because the whole point about it is that we're going to really just talk about this series because we completely enjoyed it, and we're not going to try to recreate it.
Yeah,
except for when we want to recreate it.
Yeah.
Where we recreate it.
Yeah, except for that.
Except when we do that.
Yeah.
Don't expect the plot twist of the remake. I don't know.
The remake of WandaVision.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I figure, right, you know, like we're not gonna do a Sinead where we break the whole thing down. We're gonna just do the deep.
The people need to know, Chase.
If you go and describe it all,
do the deep
it's gonna be 4
dives.
hours. It's gonna be 4
Yeah,
hours.
we're gonna do the deep dives. We got a whole series to do. You know what I mean? So. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Episode 1.
Okay, it was slow at the beginning. It set up something we didn't really see in the Marvel universe. It was like a sitcom. I was thinking, oh, are they just going to be a sitcom for every episode? I was fine with that, but it just felt...
Were you really, though?
No,
A lot of people
I was fine with that.
loved
I
it.
felt something missing, but I feel like the first episode is probably going to be one of the most rewatchable ones because it's got almost nothing to do with like this story.
Yeah, because it opens with them entering Westview and everything as a happy couple and stuff like that. And we're like, what's going on here? It's black and white. Yeah. And, I mean, we know that Wanda and Vision love each other, but what's going on? But see, for me, because I'm older than everyone in here, I mean, concurrently, you know, it's like the sitcom aspect of it was that first one was Dick Van Dyke. A little bit of I Love Lucy, but it was Dick Van Dyke, and it was very clever. So, what did you think about that, Matt?
I loved the first 2 episodes and the way they just
I mean, did you know the
established.
sitcoms though, or did you just watch it?
I had like a sort of like I clicked on kind of thing. I was like, I wouldn't say I knew, but like I kind of got. I was like, and then as obviously as it goes on, but I really enjoyed that whole aesthetic of like it is just like a sitcom and like they're superpower, but like obviously. They don't know something's not right, you know?
Yeah, because she's kind of like a witch, even though, you know, she's not a witch, but she's kind of like a witch.
Yeah.
But she was like bewitched as well. So in that aspect, you know, she had her magic going on. So it was cool.
It's
like flying sorcerers and
it's
all
like,
that.
It's like these super OP people
meet the friend's
living
boss.
in 1950 suburbia.
Yeah.
Just doing the dishes with your powers and that.
Oh my God! So, like, Sinead, what about you? I mean, representing the females on this panel here, is that like this was very old school 1950s American housewife. What about you? Did it offend you or?
You know what? I think they actually did it really well. There was no kind of like, they were definitely like, because they could have done all sorts with this.
Yeah.
But they were still very much like at an equals, doing the whole 50s vibe. I thought it was really cute, to be honest. Because I feel like as well, like you got to, you know, you got to acknowledge that there was a history of like, you know, females' brains were considered smaller and ergo.
Nobody said that. But it's true. But nobody said it.
Back in the
Mic off me. No,
That's a metaphor, man.
full circle.
full circle.
I'm old. What do you want?
See, we can't get out of it. Like, no, but in all seriousness, like that, I feel like they did it really well. And like you said, it was a very like. I feel like it was better as a slow burner because it's nothing like, you know, you've seen in the MCU before.
It wasn't like it had to be superpowers and then doing everything.
I like that.
Yeah,
The
true.
magic.
It was natural in a way. It felt good. Like I did like there was just scenarios but you wouldn't expect from Marvel.
Yeah.
They felt more like I said like a Dick Van Dyke. It was not like Marvel whatsoever.
Yeah.
I can see how it could have like alienated people
Yeah.
from it, and like because it is so like tone wise, everything's so different from like other movies and stuff like that. But I feel like if you're into those characters and you're into like the overarching MCU and the overarching plotline of everything, then
Yeah, I mean, you have to really just watch something and then get soaked in because let's talk about like the boss, the quintessential. Oh, the boss is coming for dinner.
Yeah.
The cliche.
And the cliche.
Mr. Hart.
And Mr.
Yeah,
Hart.
Mr. Hart.
Mr. Hart with a heart. And his wife was played by Deborah Jo Rupp, who was the mom in That 70s Show.
Yeah.
Did you guys recognize her?
Yeah.
No clue. I'm too young.
You seriously too young for That 70s Show?
I'm too young for that.
No, you're not.
I'm not too young for
No,
that
you're not.
70s show, but
2003.
Wait, That 70s Show didn't come out in the 70s.
Didn't
shit.
it?
came
No,
came
it came
out
out
in
in
the
the No, it didn't come out in the 70s. It came out in the 90s, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, you know the show,
Yeah,
right?
Ashton Kutcher,
Kelso,
Mila Kunis.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. And there was that whole thing about
Wait. Ashton Kutcher. You
Come
are
on.
serious?
I'm passing
You
it.
ever seen Punked?
I've not seen Punked.
Are you serious? Sinead, save this.
You ever watched MTV?
I don't know how I'm supposed to save this, Chase.
You don't know who Ashton Kutcher is?
No.
You ever
Okay,
seen?
thank God, someone else in the boat. Someone else in the same boat.
Matt.
Thank God.
I'm like, I want to cry right now, man.
Oh, I totally want to cry.
Ashton Kutcher, so you know Mila Kunis, right?
Yeah.
You know Meg from Family Guy.
Yeah.
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 Hair fella.
Oh, handsome.
You know
They don't know what you're talking about.
Slightly above
They
average
don't know what
actor.
you're talking about because
Really funny.
I would have said Demi Moore's fella, but then they would really not know.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on. So
Wait, I forgot about Demi Moore. Forgot about Demi Moore.
More recently,
yeah,
like
yeah.
2.5 Men. He was on.
He was, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah, he
replaced
was.
Charlie
I didn't like that
Charlie
show.
Sheen on 2.5
I
Men.
didn't like 2.5 Men.
all right, moving on. Anyway, so
Charlie Sheen.
then the show
Good
goes.
Ashton Kutcher.
Wait. Now then the show gets crazy because they're having a dinner party and everything, and all of a sudden the boss is angry and he
want my
starts
food.
to choke on some kind of thing.
Some 90s 50 dish.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, because wait a minute, Wanda does this whole big magic scene, and her neighbor comes in, and we could talk about the wacky neighbor.
Yeah.
The neighbor comes in, and then she has to make dinner, and she's never done it before, and she ends up making breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
Right? But then, so the boss, like, starts choking, and her and Vision looking at each other like, this is not in the script.
Yeah.
You know,
like
now
Vision
that,
help him. Yeah.
then it turned Twilight Zone. What did you think about that, James, who doesn't know who Ashton Kutcher is?
What scene? I mean, what happened? When he...
When they're having tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're having breakfast for dinner, and he starts choking on the thing, and Wanda and Vision are a bit like, uh-oh, like this isn't good. You know what I mean? And then Wanda turns to Vision and goes, Vision, help him.
It took it out the script. I mean, was that when he put his hand in him and took it out?
Yeah.
It took it out of like this 60s script.
Well, yeah,
and with more modern twist.
It went Twilight Zone.
Yeah, with a more different twist, and I liked how they did that. To be fair,
Yeah.
and you could slowly start to see this like world where it's been manufactured by Wanda, but we don't know it yet.
Well, yeah, but I think that's what was intriguing because it's a sitcom plot where people thinking, why is it black and white? Why is it sitcom-y? What's going on?
People didn't like
and
that.
then, no, they didn't. But then it went Twilight Zone, and then you're starting to go, oh, wait a minute.
Not all is what it seems.
Not all is what it seems because the Beekeeper is the next episode. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So, right. So, moving on then. So, they ended where they're like sitting down watching telly in that first episode and everything.
And it's
And
all
then
lovely.
we get the sense that somebody's watching them. And they actually have one of our own Rodecaster Pros that Blake had to point out. Hey, yo, that's like what we're using here on this show. But so
Nice.
yeah, so no end credit. Episode 2. Now, episode 2 was what I thought my favorite episode.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because why is no? What do you mean?
Is it your favorite episode?
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying,
of the talent show.
Actually,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
with the magic
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was
Oh man, I thought that was great because I mean, one, we opened up the world, we
Yeah.
went outside of the house, and all that other
Got
kind
to
of
see
stuff.
Westview.
And Wanda got to be, in her little leotard, which is again kind of like, oh, is she going to be the Scarlet Witch? And then
It
it
hints
just like it just adheres to it throughout.
yeah, but Vision is the magician. I thought that was a nice twist. It was like a nice
And the
twist.
gum, he ate the gum and he pretty much became brain dead.
Well, yeah. Well, you could talk about the gum thing. Gumming up the works. Go ahead, James.
I mean, I thought that was like a cool subplot. Like, you know, at this time, I thought, no, I'm just gonna sit back, watch. It's not a Marvel theory thing.
It's still black and
Yeah,
white.
it's still black and white. It's nothing really to be thingy of. I just thought it was a good plot, like the mix of this talent show where he's almost like drunk in a way where he can't do anything.
That's it, isn't it? It's like how do you what's Vision's weakness, isn't it? I guess just throw loads of extra at him.
But it's a common trope, though, isn't it, Sinead?
I love the art in it.
Drunk and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love the art in it where it shows the gum in like his cogs and all that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
But then
Drunk Vision.
Drunk Vision. But then Drunk Vision is starting to do all the things, and then Wanda has to fix it. But also, we're introduced to the assistant.
Yes.
Right? You know, we don't even know who assistant she is, but we're introduced to Monica Rambeau, who's just Geraldine. And everything like that.
Yes.
You know, she's helping out backstage and stuff like that. But Wanda then starts to fix things. So, like, my favorite bit was when Vision picks up the piano and then she makes it like a false piano. And the guy goes, "That's my grandma." You know what I mean?
It was good, that one. I was thinking it's like the most magic show in the world.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
We can't do real magic.
It was genuinely like a plot from a sitcom, like an actual sitcom plot. And if you were to remove the Marvel characters and the Marvel feel from it, that could be that could be classed as a sitcom.
Yes.
Easy.
I agree.
Yeah, and this one, I think they were trying to say this one was like the 60s, so it was like more of a Bewitched type of episode. But, you know, basically it was really just them doing a magic show, hijinks happens, but it was a way of introducing the outer house world, you know, like all the different neighbors, like Vision goes to work and, you know.
There's that whole scene with Wanda and all, like the housewives, isn't there? And there's like the Queen Bee woman lady.
Oh, with the radio scene, she smashes the glass.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Like, you didn't know what was going on, but like you're like, oh my god, what?
It was like at that point where I was like, okay, something's
afoot.
not right, but
This is also
Wanda wants to be
when the false theories happen because first of all,
She's
you know,
in the
like
Matrix.
who is this neighbor Dottie, right?
Yeah.
But why is she bleeding? And, like we could see the red of the blood. But also, what you wouldn't know because James is too freaking young, came straight out of Spoon, all right?
Spoon.
Well, Loving Spoonful, get it? But anyway, no bunk. Anyway,
no bunk.
Dottie is played by Emma Caulfield, who is, of course not.
I'm gonna pass this one.
She's from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
She's from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
She's from Buffy, and you that. And you.
There you go.
Yes, we did so well there, didn't we? God damn it!
He's putting faith in. He's putting faith in us. We don't have.
I know you don't know it. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. I'm educating you. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was the evil, like I don't know, immortal demon that was what's the boyfriend's name? What? Xander, yeah. She was on that show. But so people were expecting because she comes from, you know, that she would have been somebody. And in the end, well, you know, whatever.
Side character.
She wasn't. But
It is what it is.
It is what
What
it
it
is.
is.
It is what it is. But we also get introduced again to the nosy neighbor. What's her name?
Agatha.
Agnes.
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 Agnes. It was,
No, it's Agatha.
I
all
killed
along.
Sparky.
Yeah, right. So, anyways, right. She didn't kill Sparky yet.
Yeah, I was just referencing.
Okay, fine. So we get introduced to all of these things that don't seem to eventually going to matter, which I can understand why people are a little bit upset, but it was like they were overloading this show with a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
The Hydra
Because
Easter eggs.
we got the messenger guy, don't shoot the messenger.
I love the adverts in between.
The Hydra ads.
Oh, they was
Sick,
the child dying on on an island.
Well, that was later. Yeah,
that
that's
was like
later.
I'm just
That's
like
later,
that was
but
just what?
yeah.
They were a nice touch, them.
Yo Magic or whatever. Anyway, so episode 3. Who wants to take that? They can do it.
So
Right, and I'm here by myself. Here with the movie squad.
Wait, so is this the one where they?
now in color.
So
Now we're in color.
So it's the that 70s show episode of WandaVision, basically.
Where it's like a combination of Brady Bunch and Family Ties, even down to the opening sequence of
Yeah, and
the
it's all
painting
like-
of the portrait and everything like that. But
so Wanda has miraculously concepted, and
well, yeah, she had her.
just grown
She's
Wait,
religious.
was it miraculously or was it immaculately?
immaculate, miraculous.
It was plot convenience for the Wonder
Conveniently.
show.
Now on episode 2, her and Vision, they cuddle under the bed after they put the twin beds together.
That raises some questions.
Yeah, well, it would have raised questions in the 50s because the way they went under the covers is like, hey, you don't do this on television.
Because of the Hays Code, is it?
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, well,
Uh,
now.
Oh,
Ooh, yes.
yes, James.
You are-
My
Go
film
get him,
teacher's
James.
proud of me.
Go get
You
him,
are
James.
correct. You are correct. But anyway, so they did do it. So anyway, so now in this episode, it's like for the children. So they keep hearing this for the children. Hey, let's do this for the children. It's like Children of the Damned or Village of the Damned. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like now Wanda, is conveniently pregnant.
Yeah. We watch not just one baby.
Two.
Don't know that.
Well,
yet,
you
though.
blew it, but yeah, not just one.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, Mark. God.
I know, but like,
Yeah. But also, Vision is kind of like what's going on because I'm waiting for you guys. What happened was we had the beekeeper in episode 2, which you missed,
which is
because
like super Stranger Things.
that was
So
seriously
Stranger Things.
Everyone had so
seriously
many wild
strange.
theories about
It
that.
was the underside.
Yeah.
Because it was like if you remember that well you don't. If you remember that Steven Spielberg Amazing Stories, right?
No,
where it was like the Memphis Belle and then these guys they're fighting in the war, but the plane had lost the wheel and then magically like a cartoon wheel had taken over so that way the plane can land.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like when the guy was crawling through the tunnel, all of a sudden he was moving through what we later will find out is called the hex.
Yeah.
And the tail or the cable kind of like turned into kind of like a cartoon cable. But like, so he's separated, he's trapped, he's wearing a hazmat suit, and then it turns into a beekeeper outfit.
That was cool.
And so, of course, a lot of speculation was bees, hives, hazmat suits. It looks like a big villain group called the AIM and everything. So everybody's going back and forth on this.
Yeah.
But then Wanda says, what? Not now. And everything.
I forgot about that bit.
Yeah, but I was
Runs it all back, doesn't it? Yeah.
dude. It keeps ending on these like Twilight Zone events. So that's really cool.
And what about the helicopter scene where she finds that
In
helicopter?
colour.
Well, isn't that the third one, right? So that's in
That's the second one because it's in color. Because then the end of the second one it turns to
Oh,
color.
you're right.
At the end, I like that how it transitions between the generation of TV sitcom.
Yeah. No. You're right. I mean, like she picks up the helicopter, but it's still in black and white. But so now we're in episode 3 where everything's in full color.
Yeah.
And everything. Wanda now finds herself magically pregnant, but this is where we get to realize that this is all happening within hours.
Yeah.
Not days or weeks. It feels like weeks in a little bit because of the way TV shows are.
Yeah.
It's like you cut to
They can
something,
wait- they
and
can
it
make
seems like
you-
it's some
yeah.
time later. But then they've only been there for a couple of hours, a day or so, whatever. And so now that she's pregnant and Vision's like, how could you be
Vision's
pregnant?
he's trying to calculate it. He's like, the baby's going to be here in like 3 days.
What? I'm watching this
If only.
watching this 3 billion vibranium supercomputer struggle up trying to be a father. It's just.
Do you know why, James? Because parenting is hard.
Even
We
for
don't
a
know that yet.
kids.
One
Even for
day,
AI.
Yeah.
maybe.
Totally. But by this time now, because we've introduced, well, we want to introduce Geraldine and everything else like that. Gerald, not yet, but we introduced to the outside. So we're introduced to Jimmy.
Jimmy Woo.
Thank you.
Oh, Jimmy Woo. You've been Jimmy
Jimmy.
Wooed.
Uh,
You've been Jimmy Wooed.
I didn't want to.
outside the hex. This is all the sword guys, isn't it?
I love,
Yeah.
I love the introduction of these characters. Is the actress called Kate Winslet, the one who plays the
Kate
hacker?
Winslet.
No.
No.
Why did
Darcy is
Darcy Lewis.
Darcy
Yeah,
Lewis.
that's
but
Kat
her
Dennings.
real name is not
Kat Dennings.
Where did I get Kate Winslet from?
I don't have a clue.
The
bro.
Titanic.
Yeah. At least that's the movie you watched. I wonder why.
I haven't actually watched Titanic.
You have watched.
I haven't.
Oh my god!
Just watch the end.
I haven't even seen Avatar.
Just watch the end.
Yeah, just watch the painting scene. Anyway, so like, I don't know where that comes from.
No, I was waiting for the bug there, I was proper waiting for the bug
He's a little late. So anyway, so
No bonking today.
No bonking today, bruv. So so we're in color. Wanda's pregnant. Vision is trying to figure things out, and then there's a strange conversation between Agnes and the black guy. I'm just gonna call him the black guy. I think his name is Fred.
Oh, it's like where he's trimming the hedge and stuff.
Yeah,
No.
He wasn't just trimming the hedge.
He's trimming his wall.
That was diabolical.
He was drilling those.
That was diabolical. Was it like, oh, she's not as she seems? That was just. That was weird.
But then it's kind of like, what the heck is going on? Because they're having a secret conversation, and Vision is kind of like confused.
It's the classic thing, though, isn't it? About like suburbia, and everyone's like has their little neighborly gossip and that. You know,
because Agnes is like, she doesn't even have a house. I mean, who is she and everything like that, And so while they're outside with Vision, Geraldine is inside helping Wanda give birth to them kids.
We're going to talk about the fact that Vision super sped to go and get the doctor, even though he was supposed to be keeping his powers.
Yeah, he goes,
everyone just kind of glossed over that, didn't he?
Yeah, the doctor's going on vacation.
Yeah.
The babies are here, oh dear.
Vision got super speed, and I think it's supposed to explain why one of his sons has super speed. But either way, that was pretty weird. And then the doctor says, "Hey, you know what? I'm not leaving here."
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. And Vision's like, "What?"
Yeah. He's trying to. Where's he trying to go?
Yeah, I'm
Hawaii
trying to go to Bermuda with my wife, and I don't think we're actually going to get out of here. And I'm actually not going to ask you how you super sped me all the way over here either.
It's fine.
Very convenient.
It's in the script.
Yeah. It's in the script.
The script's
Totally. So now Wanda's giving birth to a child, children, and everything, and Geraldine is trying to help her. So we're like, why is this girl so helpful? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, if you know the MCU and you know who she is, but did you know who she was? Because you said you were going to just now watch it. So did you know who Geraldine was?
I went back and watched Captain Marvel, just before I started watching WandaVision, and it was a bit like, oh no way, that's a cool connection because of who her mum is and stuff like that. Because her mum's the
head of a sword,
Captain Marvel's mate.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Photon.
That's it. She's like a
convenient.
Isn't
I
it?
think not.
I did like the connection
really
between
like
characters. I did like that character connection. I did like the hacker from, I forgot her name, sorry, from 4-2. Yeah, from For Dark Thunder. Horrible film, good characters.
Oh, I loved her, bro, man. She was
Kat Dennings is cool, man.
Yeah, Kat Dennings.
We like Kat Dennings.
I never saw Two Broke Girls though.
Oh, I watched Two Broke Girls for the first 3 seasons.
Really?
And was like, what am I still doing watching this show?
Because of Kat Jennings.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're moving on. So so she has the baby, then she has the babies. All while Vision is outside, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
But it's
Vision comes in for the second baby, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, here's our little Tommy. So
There's
they
another
picked-
one coming.
So they picked her name. Here's our little Tommy, and then all of a sudden,
Oh.
out pops the other one. I forgot his name. What's the other one's name?
There's
Billy.
Tommy and Billy.
Billy. Yeah, and out pops Billy.
But it's the pregnancy that kind of sets Vision off, isn't it? And kind of goes, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like, how is this possible within the span of a day?
But wait a minute, hold on though. But there was supposed to be a moment when she gets rid of Geraldine though. So
That's when Vision goes back outside to see off the doctor.
And she's like, remember your brother?
Yeah,
He was
and
killed
she's
by
all like,
Ultron. And then when you saw that connection, I was like,
so casual. She was like, yeah, he's killed by Ultron. And she's like, excuse me?
Your brother was murdered. Your brother was murdered.
Well, not meant to be here.
Your brother was murdered by Ultra Killer AI.
But then also Wanda's accent changes.
Oh yeah.
Excuse
From
me.
American to Pietro. It's like this.
Yeah.
Sokovia.
You also the Pedro.
Now what
Pietro.
I thought was cool is we don't see what she does to Geraldine. Vision just comes in and says, "Oh, where's Geraldine? Oh, she had to go, hun."
There's a massive hole in the wall.
Be here anymore.
Well, she fixed the hole in the wall, bro.
I
You know,
love
we
that.
didn't get that to the next episode, you know, but then when she sees Vision, that's when she sees the dead Vision, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, it was,
Do you
wasn't
think
it?
they're trying to set up Marvel Zombies? Because we've got
Oh my god, Marvel Zombies! I thought it was the only one that knew about that.
No. Wait a minute. Did you not know the What If cartoon series that's coming out?
Yeah,
this
I can't
summer?
wait for that.
It's going to have Marvel
Yeah.
Zombies in it.
What if
You,
this?
you didn't know that? You
I know,
didn't see the trailer?
I saw it, but I'm thinking, what if they set up a bigger one? With like, imagine dead Tony Stark, dead Vision, dead Iron Man, dead Spider Man. Really cool.
And then Captain Crokes.
But they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that with Marvel Zombies. Trust me, Marvel Zombies is gonna be
That's gonna be cool.
huge
That's
as
gonna
a
be cool.
cartoon and stuff. But yeah, so there's a comic series where there's a planet full of dead superhero zombies and everything. So it's called Marvel Zombies, which is gonna be awesome.
Yep.
And that's
That
gonna be
sounds
coming
pretty cool.
on What If this summer, you know, on Disney Channel that, and everything like that.
Also, more Chadwick Boseman, which I look forward to. On What If.
Is it? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
cool.
no, he did the
He got
audio
episodes,
before he
yeah.
died. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, nice. I was gonna say
know-
they're gonna like bad CG
Yeah,
him, and
we've
it's
got
like,
we've got
At
more.
first, I was like, "Wait a minute."
It's a
When he
cartoon,
just
by the
said
way.
more
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, I was like, "Yo, boo!" I was just about to get
Yeah.
upset. We're
I
talking
know.
about dead people.
I can see the I can see the connection now.
Oh, no, James, no.
You're okay, bro. All right, episode 4. Now you know what happened. So this is now kind of like one of those usual throwbacks because you do like the 3, and then you're like, "Oh, we got to explain some stuff." So they give us the backstory of Monica coming back from.
I like that.
The
I like.
snap.
I love the,
Yes.
the opening scene with the snap. I'm so glad we get more context with the snap.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was done perfect in that sense, and it felt like a Marvel movie with how it was done.
Do you know that people were saying that this whole since WandaVision is like kind of like about 9 days or like short
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
since Endgame, that WandaVision is also before Far From Home?
yeah, man. Because
Yeah,
Far From Home
yeah,
was
it
like a
is.
few months later, isn't it?
Yeah, no. So because they come back from Far From Home and then they go on their trip. So like if you think about it, right? You know that the teacher, the black guy. I don't know his name. That's a shame. But he was a teacher. Anyway, he was big on talking about witches in Far From Home. If you go back and watch Far From Home, he was always like, "Oh man, it's all about witches and everything." And it's kind of like, did he know the script or did somebody know the script? You know, because
seen the
now
show.
that the witches are gonna be in the MCU and everything,
Yeah.
and he dropped dime on that there in Far From Home. But because this is before Far From Home, it's kind of going to be strange when we have to talk about it. How is we going to go to No Way Home? You know, Spider-Man 3 if Spider-Man 2 hadn't happened. But anyway, that's for when we get to it. So anyway, so Monica is back. She's come back from the snap, and
She goes shield. I mean sword. She goes sword.
Yeah, she goes to sword, and
Well,
they-
but before that though, she wakes up in the hospital.
yeah,
She realised her mum's
next to
died.
her mum's hospital bed, like 3 years after her mum's died.
5
That's
years.
weird.
No, it's like 3, bro. It's like she hangs
It's
on for a
5.
little bit. The snap is it? It's
no,
like
no. What did, no. Okay, it's 5 years later, but the mom
Yeah.
had lived for 2 years.
she hung on for a little bit.
She's only been gone for 3 years.
Oh, and so yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything. So, but the mom supposedly knew that the daughter would come back and everything, and she was preparing sword and everything else.
Yeah.
And she was hoping that
I
she
do
would
like
take
that.
over and stuff like that. So she didn't automatically die. That's kind of like where what's the name Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like they had their whole thing together. Who knows what it is, right? And everything like that. And yeah, so this is what Monica comes back to. It's like that's why she had that. Not really hate, but that's why she had that little sting about,
True that.
you know, Captain Marvel and everything. See, now that's not one of those like fucking fan theories. That's just happened to be what happened. You know what I mean? You know. But yeah. So what did you think about Sword and all of that, and finally getting introduced to these guys? We only seen them kind of like in little bits and pieces, but now when Monica shows up.
I mean, like, obviously I'm not all that familiar with the MCU, so what is...
No, but I mean from the show though.
Yeah, it was very, I like the whole like, oh, your mom's grounded you, even though she's not from beyond the grave. It's like, nah.
That was cool.
Like she knows, she knew what her daughter was like. She knew,
But she knew that she would be back.
Yeah, she knew she'd come back, and she kind of knew she's gonna go in headlong as soon as she is back. So putting those precautions in place for her already was cute. I just want to ask, what is Sword's relationship to Shield?
It's like Sword and Shield.
It's like
I know it's like
sister
Pokemon.
companies.
It's like Pokemon.
It's like sister companies.
just gonna say the Pokedex are different.
Sister one,
It's the space. Yeah, it's like the space version. It's the space version of Shield.
They're more offensive though as well, aren't they?
Yeah. They're supposed to be
response.
just like a platform that watches, like as we saw at the end of Far From Home, which hasn't happened yet. It's very important that hasn't happened yet. Is that when Nick Fury is on that space station, they just know that there are aliens out there that they have to watch out for, including bad Skrulls. So even though there are good Skrulls, according to Nick Fury, and he's working with them, but they also know that there are potential bad Skrulls, which is what the Skrull Invasion show, Nick Fury's Shield show that's coming, will be all about. But also though is that, let me ask a quick question. It's like when people have come back, and we've seen Far From Home, right? That kid who was a little kid, and he stayed, and he grew up, and so that's why he was a little bit old. He was at the same age as everybody else, right? The Chinese kid in Far From Home. But, do you think that there were people who came back from the snap, changed, and we haven't seen the mutant thing yet because we're dealing with films that are only just after the snap. We haven't really dealt with this time after
the snap. Calls an X-Men universe.
Well, Monica has changed even before she went through the before she came through the thing. She got
them power. Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out. Do you think that's a possibility?
Definitely.
That's definitely a possibility.
I would say the snap, while it creates so much chaos, it also opens a lot of things up to just go because the snap.
Where were you for 5 years?
Did we get to know where they went when they were in the snap, or did they just?
But that's the whole thing is that they never actually.
We don't know.
They never actually told us yet.
Oh,
I think
because the only film we've seen is Far From Home.
Yeah.
Right. We haven't seen anything else after the snap because Endgame ended it for everybody. We never got to see Guardians.
I love to see a Snap
like
show, like a Snap TV show would be cool. Because I want to know what happens to people falling, let's say you're on an airplane.
Well, no. They've already covered that that's not a possibility. That people were saying if you want an airplane, they've already covered that. That's not what will happen. But the main thing about it it's just this whole thing about mutants and powers.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really seen, because this show is actually only a couple of days afterwards, and we haven't really seen what happened to people in the long-term effects. You know what I mean? Because even when they went, when Peter Parker and them gang, they went off to Europe, it was right after the snap. It was right after the snap. They say, "Hey, yeah, guys, let's just go off for the freaking holiday and something like that."
We got a field trip.
Yeah, field trip.
Everyone's
yeah, exactly. So so either way you look at it is Monica, she's at Sword and she wants to do something about getting Wanda back and everything. She wants to go back back through what they're calling the hex.
Yeah.
And everything and. So this is episode 4 about Monica trying to get back in, and everything. And but it's also about Wanda and Vision trying to deal with being parents.
And we meet Jimmy Woo. Meet Jimmy Woo, which I love.
How can you not love Jimmy Woo? But the thing about it is Jimmy Woo and Darcy as a comic duo,
Like an
very
X-Files
good.
type.
Very good.
The timing was just excellent. But that's where we get the whole board. Jimmy's bored about, Skrulls with question marks, right? And everything like that, which was interesting. But none of this actually pans out, does it? Because
it's all red herrings, isn't it?
Super red herrings. Because who are these people? Are these people somebody else? Is people got powers? Who's in control of the hex? Does somebody controlling Wanda?
Yeah.
So it's and we're all like, oh, I don't know. I'm speculating. And everybody's wrong. I don't know. Everybody's. The thing about it is, if you think about it though, they had to do that because if they just said Wanda's evil, then they wouldn't have the two sides
Yeah.
No.
of like, you know, we need to protect or we need to find out. We need to find out if somebody's controlling them. They wouldn't have had that. So they had to speculate because then the guy, I forgot his name, the bad guy, the head guy, he would have just been in charge and they would have just like tried to bomb the place.
Yeah.
You know, so at least on the one hand, you can understand why they went that route. But I loved it how like we got to see Wanda throwing Georgina out of the hex from her point of view.
Yeah.
And everything, because I was like, oh man, that's messed up, but we didn't get to see that. And then and then when we get to see it, that was like whoa,
It's cool. I think it does like a really good job of keeping like Wanda's character morally grey. Because it's like, if she's like a good guy, whatever. If she's a bad guy, whatever.
For herself.
It's like, where does she stand?
Stands for herself.
We have to pause a sec.
Apparently she stands by turning the lights off and the lights are back on.
Yeah. So anyway, so like the thing about it is the fact that you know, here at the end of 4, the kids magically grow older.
Just magically get bigger.
Yeah. So you wanted to say something about that, James?
I said before, like they grow up too fast. It's like everyone.
Don't they all, James? Don't they all?
They grow up too fast. Look at them go.
No, but they were
Some of them
growing.
were still waiting to grow up.
Yeah, but they were growing through their own fruition, though.
Yeah, it's
It
like,
wasn't like Wanda was like, right, okay, I want you to be this age now.
yeah.
She would literally told them not to do it, and they were like,
I thought like near the end of the show they were gonna be like the same age as Wanda and that.
Well, no.
I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad
they wouldn't
they
be the same age as her, but they're supposed to be the young Avengers, which we'll get to. But
Yeah.
like the thing about
They
it
all
is
sound
that
normal.
so they're still too young, but
Yeah.
you know, in that aspect. So yeah, so now they're dealing with this weird time scenario, which we all seem to be dealing with because in that aspect, we're kind of like talking about like Far From Home is around the same time as this is going on, right, and everything else like that. We're talking about like, you know, where people were, what Monica do, because it's kind of like when Monica wakes up from the hospital and then she goes to Sword, that doesn't have to be the same day that she woke up from the hospital. So, you know, time is, you know, it's fluid.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fluid.
It flows. And it doesn't take.
Time
long to
does
think.
not move in a straight line.
Not here. Not here.
Doesn't take long.
Hi, this is the Movie Squad. Welcome to our masterclass.
It's a theory, a game theory.
All right. So, episode 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we in the 80s or the 90s now?
70s in
Is
it.
this Def Leppard or Nirvana?
No. Wait a minute. Because we did Family Times, and this episode isn't this the talking to camera like episode, the Modern Family?
Yeah. Where she wants some time to herself, and Agatha takes the kids.
Yeah, because pretty
She's all
much.
depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, wait a minute. Hold on. For where's
Because they get Sparky. They get Sparky, don't they?
Yeah.
didn't he try to get out?
Wait.
The-
So episode 5 is not Modern Family because.
Yeah,
they have to get
it's the Sparky episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's like it's like that proper Reagan
Yeah.
Suburbia episode where it's all like everything's dead nice and it's all
Yeah, it's episode 5.
it's the 80s one.
Is it the Halloween one?
Yes.
There we go.
Boom. Yes, Blake.
Thank you,
More
Blake.
hint to the Scarlet Witch.
This is the episode we've all
Apparently,
been
I'm
waiting
getting a
for.
nod.
More
It's
hint
not.
for Scarlet Witch.
Which episode
What?
was that one? Apparently, it's not. It's the 70s one. Oh, it's
Oh, yeah,
70s.
'cause we haven't met Petra yet. That's why.
Yeah,
you missed
we
the
got it.
Petra
We got it.
episode.
Oh, have we skipped ahead?
Yeah, Pietro.
Just like
No,
the
no,
TV
Pet-
show, we're all over the gaff.
Okay, hold on for a second. Pietro shows up at the end of this episode
Yeah.
and everything. So,
Then it's
but this
Halloween episode.
episode, yeah, okay, right there you go. So this episode is still episode 5,
Mm-hmm.
right? So episode 5, crazy hijinks still occur, right? There's still parents, you know. The boys aren't quite teenagers yet. We're still trying to get less of the neighborhood, but more of Sword.
Yeah.
You know, we get more of Sword. Oh, wait a minute. This is when that guy, whatever his name is, the bad guy, wants to shoot a missile at Wanda, and Wanda
she
comes
comes
out
out.
of the hex.
It's like, what are you doing? Stay away from me.
Oh my God! This is This is some Magneto moment here.
Yeah.
Though she's not Magneto's daughter, but like
More crazy fan theories.
no. This is like
This is the power play, really,
Didn't they shoot a missile?
Well, they send the whole thing and they're trying to get in, aren't they? And she's like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
And they're all like, they point all the lasers on her, don't they? They point
Yeah,
all the
but
guns
no,
at
but
her.
first she got to see them. Like they see her through the TV. She looks
Yeah.
up and she could see them. and everything. And then that's when she goes like, so why is she so angry then? I forgot.
And they try to fire a missile at her and her kids.
Yeah. I mean, that would make me angry.
If someone tried to fire a missile at me, yeah, pretty pissed.
Anyone who's firing missiles,
Yeah.
just don't.
Yeah.
Missiles are bad. Okay.
Well, it's stopped everywhere now, Matt.
Yeah.
You
I know.
did it.
Yeah. So I mean, pretty much. I mean, like, but so they got the dog,
Sparky.
Sparky, right, and
Sure.
everything.
They age up. Wanda says you're too young for dogs, and they age up.
Do some mad witch.
Ah, thank you. That's
Yeah.
how. And then, but so now they right, hey, Sparky, and then Sparky mysteriously eats some flowers that it wasn't supposed
But-
to eat.
Weeds.
But it was Agatha all along.
Heavy.
Not there yet.
Not yet. But come on, you gotta admit.
Yeah.
I do love in every episode the different theme songs. Each different theme song
Yeah.
was always such a tune.
That was a cool touch,
Yeah,
man. Like,
that was lovely.
And also Agatha, I love how she changed with the times as well.
Yeah.
Because
The nosy
obviously
neighbor.
she's a tourist, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we don't know that yet, but she's obviously just playing her role. Oh wait a minute, isn't this the one where she comes in and she says, "Do you want to do that again, Andrew?" This is the one.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
when
know
she
what
go
you're on
when
about.
she's all-
So, I'm
yeah.
sorry, was that not in the script? Let me go.
yeah, let me
come
go.
back.
Let me redo that.
Let
Yeah.
me come go back, and that's when Vision gets sus, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Wanda, what are you doing? What is this?"
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I do like seeing like Vision through each episode go on his own whim. Like, am I a real boy? Am I real?
Am I a real boy?
Am I a real boy Pinocchio? I don't know. Tell a lie.
I'm Wanda's Vision.
Oh, it's just like as it gets sort of closer back to normal time, if you will, everything just gets more and more
Worse.
chaotic. You know what I mean?
That's so
Like,
deep.
and like, well,
Well,
yeah,
also,
goddamn.
also, I wouldn't say that she gets more and more careless, but she doesn't care
Yeah.
more and more. Is that like, you know, I think she starts kind of like doing things that, you know, Agatha could kind of like see, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't really like care too much about.
Yeah, it's like people on the outskirts of Westview were just like bumping into walls and shit.
Oh, what about the zombies also? On
That's the next
edge of-
episode you're going ahead.
Damn it.
Right.
That's
I
the
knew that.
Halloween.
Damn it.
Also, you're forgetting about the face-off because this is when Vision like starts to question her and they have that little fight.
Have a little.
Yeah.
The little domestic.
Love is tiff.
Little domestic then at the next
What
episode. Yeah.
couple doesn't
When they
fight?
start floating.
Yes. Floaty fights.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. I want a divorce.
Yeah. What couple doesn't fight? Yeah, exactly. So we get their first fight. They're not so happy in paradise anymore. Vision is trying to, you know, find out. Okay, that's when he goes to work and he touches his guy Norm. He touches his head.
Yeah.
Finds out that,
Scared.
oh my God, she's doing this crazy thing to me and everything like that. So Vision's like, what's going on? So yeah, Vision, the detective.
Detective Vision.
Yeah, well,
Detective Vision.
Inspector Vision.
Yeah, that makes it. Yeah, that's like an '80s. That's like an '80s TV show. I watched that. Ghost Detective.
A $3 billion robot becomes a detective.
Yeah.
And then right at the end of that episode, that's how they stop fighting, isn't it? There's a knock
Ding
at the
dong.
door,
Ah.
and here's
Pietro's
Pietro.
come to stay.
Nice.
And here's Pietro.
Gotta pull
They
all that because you're
All
dead,
right, I
brother.
gotta say-
The poor recast.
All right. This is messed up. This
Yeah.
is seriously messed up. We knew for months that Evan Peters was going to be on the show.
Yeah.
So for months, people speculated that he's going to be Mephisto. Nobody really said he's going to be Pietro and everything like that. So, you know, who is he going to be? Who is he going to be? And then, so, yeah, to break up the fight, Wanda says, I didn't cause that to happen. Right? You know, because everything's in her purview, right?
Yeah.
And then, so she goes to the door, and there, and, you know, it's Pietro, and, like, he's dressed like John Stamos from, what's that show with the kid? Full House, which happens to be the sisters of Elizabeth Olsen. Did you know that?
Nice. That's cool. Like, I had no idea. Like, I didn't have a clue.
The twins in Full House. God damn it.
Mary
The
Kate and
twins
Ashley.
in Full House, the little babies is Elizabeth Olsen's older
Yeah, Mary
sisters.
Kate and Ashley.
Yeah,
Isn't
Mary
it?
Kate
Yeah.
and Ashley. You got you.
I just didn't click on. It was they were probably like.
Anyway, so he comes to the door acting like a asshole and everything like that. He said, "Hey, what's up with the popsicle?" Because he knows Vision's dead and everything, and we know Vision's dead at this point.
Yeah.
And then that's like one of the best endings ever, and everything. And still no end credit sequence.
Not yet.
And so we move on to episode 6.
This is
An all-new Halloween spooktacular.
Halloween. Halloween.
It shows like the Scarlet Witch outfit. It come on, it hints to it
Yeah,
again.
it's
Hints
classic.
And it
Yeah.
also does visions as
Yeah,
like a wrestler.
Yeah, I love that vision.
The
outfit.
classic old school.
Yeah, I love the
costume.
yellow
That's gonna
underwear.
be 90% of couples this year for like the couple Halloween
Well,
costumes.
One
literally
Divi-
love
yeah.
it.
The Vision.
WandaVision. Oh, remember when it was all Harley Quinns? Now it's all going to be WandaVisions.
And the joke is, oh god.
Chase me and you guys, Wandavision.
I think so.
What are we, the twins? What?
With the children.
Tune in for that episode.
So, as couples do, you know, they kind of like ignore the fact that they had a fight. And so Vision goes, "Oh, I'm gonna be down to the neighborhood watch." And then she's like, "What? What? You're not coming out with the family?" And yeah, you know,
What's going on?
Gets on.
Why?
So I
There's
did.
a rift in the marriage.
I did like one of the brothers. Like one of the brothers, like they attached himself onto Pietro. Like everything
Yeah.
he done.
It's like his cool uncle.
Yeah, the cool uncle. The cool
yeah,
uncle.
the whole speed and stuff like that. I love it how like Pietro was like sleeping on the couch or pretending to. Who hasn't
Yeah.
been there?
Yeah, true that. The thing is about Pietro though is it's like I'm skipping a little bit ahead with stuff, but how does he have all those like memories and stuff, and how does he know that?
Because
It was
Agatha.
Agatha
all along.
Oh, so she's just like
Yeah, she's
implanting
implanted
them.
it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's feeding him information, but also too, as well as feeding him his powers. So
Yeah.
like the thing about it is that if you think about it, he's asking Wanda questions while they're on their walkabout.
Yeah.
And to the questions that Agatha doesn't know. So she's giving him stuff that, you know, yeah, make sure you say that. But, you know, there are things that she doesn't know. But then let's talk about the cool Quicksilver outfit.
Oh, wow. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah,
pretty
they,
cool. It was pretty cool.
Had the whole-
What the whole, yeah.
It was so
group
comic
hair.
book like routine. It was like a comic book cosplay.
I just love that, man. It was great. It was great because it was very comic-y. It's like, you know, because even when you see the wide shots of Vision walking, and he's got like yellow boots, but they were like yellow tie boots and stuff like that, you know. So it was just really was cool, you know. But then so while Vision decides to go investigate out the outer reaches of the neighborhood, Wanda goes for a walkabout with her brother, but you could tell she's still not trusting him.
I think, like, yeah, definitely. She's got kind of like this whole, I mean, I'm happy to have you here, but I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like she knows
I don't
something's
want
not
that.
right, but it's
I don't
like
want you.
it's like Darcy said. It's like they recast Pietro. You know what I mean? And it's
What?
like,
How dare that? She's been watching WandaVision for months.
Yeah, imagine like if like one day I just came into the podcast and looked completely different.
Like Andrew.
What are you? Get in the seat. They recast Matt.
Oh my God!
Who's this Andrew Saddam? Who is this?
Now, because Matt has a single camera, you know that's happening.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Y'all can't handle this magic.
He's been recasted.
Oh my God! What?
Ding dong. There's a knock at the door. There's a knock at the podcast door.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Andrew, damn you!
There's a knock at the podcast door.
All right, look, man, Matt, get back here, man.
It's Matt again.
It's Matt again.
Sorry, I missed my
Somebody missed their cue.
recast appointment.
Yeah, so Wanda's not happy. She's out with the family and whatever.
Trick or treat.
Vision having doing his rounds, stumbles upon Agatha in the car, and does his whole little touchy.
Yes.
Well, obviously, we will come to find out that Agatha knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
But he does his whole little touchy forehead thingy, and she's like, "Oh, you're an Avenger, aren't you? Oh my God, it's you! Help us!"
That threw
Oh
me off.
God!
That threw off everyone as Agatha as more than just a side character. So, but I didn't. I think not once I saw a theory people saying Agatha's gonna be, you know.
Yeah, it like
There were some of us really enriched geeks who knew who she was all along, but I don't know why they were trying to play off that she wasn't. Like, come on, man.
for the people like me and James who didn't know
You
that.
had no idea of the
Because I was like,
comic books.
damn, Marvel just gave me a really good plot twist that I didn't know. which was like nice.
Uh-oh.
So
Nice. Anyway, so then Wanda finally, because Pietro is asking her all kind of questions, and she finally can't take it anymore until she like zaps him into a death husk.
Yeah, what'd she say? He says something about, because of your dead husband.
Yeah.
And she's
Your husband
just
died
like,
again. he said, "Oh yeah, your husband's gonna die again." She goes,
Yeah, because Vision goes to the edge of the thing and tries to leave, and he sees all the people from Sword. Was it Sword?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he sees all the
He
people
tries to
on the
walk out,
outside.
and he becomes
And
pixelated.
he's yeah.
No, not yet, because they, that was when she expanded the hex and turned them into clowns.
No, that's before. She
This is
expands
before.
The hex.
Oh, right.
He goes
So
out. Remember
comes
the
out,
He
and
tries
then
to
the
escape,
kid,
doesn't he?
then the kid that's inherited like Wanda's powers goes, "Mom,
Yeah.
something's wrong with Dad."
Yeah.
And then
Gotta
that's
go
when
get
she
him.
susses.
Yeah.
He's come out the thing, and then that's when she makes it bigger.
All right.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, because he's gone outside of the hex to, and he's pulled back by some force and everything, but he's starting to disintegrate when he's outside the hex and everything. But like this means then that we skipped over that bit when Wanda went out of the hex and just as a serious badass.
Yeah.
Right? Because when she was a serious badass and then everybody's shining all their laser lights on her and everything like that.
How to intimidate someone with 12 laser pointers? Like
You turn it back on
next
them.
level though. Imagine being able all guns on you. Oh, this is a bit rough. Actually,
No, it's you.
On you. Imagine that.
She pulled the biggest Uno reverse card
She did.
in the whole of the MC.
She literally did that.
Karma.
Full on. You activated my trap card. Unlucky sword.
Awesome. Yeah. So anyway, but outside the realm of her sphere of influence, I mean, still inside the hex, it's kind of like an outer frame and inner frame. Everybody's kind of like a zombie.
Yeah, she just stopped. She stops caring about them, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's just like this.
puppet master.
She's
now
a bit-
those people I really would worry about because it's kind of like it wasn't like they sleep; they just stand there.
They're gonna be damaged.
The amount of
Yeah,
of
damn it.
therapy this show's gonna need if it was real.
And then I walked my dog down the street, and then
She
I
made
went into
me-
my house and made a pie.
She made me be a typical 1950s woman.
My hair was in a bob. It was awful.
They made me.
That's kind of like that Dottie's acting in the end where she was talking about her daughter, like I could be.
Oh, yeah, just let me
kids
see
could
me
be
daughter.
friends.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
She could be the bully.
She was saying you could make her a character, wasn't she?
Yeah, can you make her
Like,
be a
she's
bully?
sick. She's sick. She could be anything, but just let her
Let
me
it
have
be.
her.
Yeah, let it
Yeah.
be. That's horrible, isn't it?
It's like limbo.
Yeah.
She created this state of limbo, so technically Wanda was the bad person in this.
Wanda is bad.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Wanda-
She's
Wanda-
bad.
Wanda's-
Don't worry about it.
Wanda's
She is
super
bad. Yeah. So anyway, she expands the hex, so that way Vision could get safely back inside. She's trashed Pietro. We don't know he's Pietro yet. But also too is where we have is Monica trying to break into the hex.
Yeah.
So like
Isn't that
this
next
is
episode?
another one of those red herrings that they threw at us, and I am pissed
That's the next
about.
episode, isn't it? What episode are we on?
No. Show 7. Monica tries to get into the hex with the aerospace. Yeah, I'm on
With the
7.
big truck thing.
Oh, I'm on 2, yeah.
You've got
And
to
it turned
remember
into this truck.
Darcy, you've got to remember as well, like by the end of that episode 6, Darcy is now also in the hex.
Yeah.
She's gotten.
Yeah.
They handcuffed her to a car, and
Yeah.
she ended up in the
She's a
hex.
clown.
And she's a clown.
I love
Escape
that.
artist. I love it.
I love that
She's
connection
not a
with.
clown. She's an escape artist.
Yeah.
I love that connection with Vision and Darcy. Because you see, they get into a van. He's like, "So I'm dead, and I'm part of the Avengers."
Yeah. When Darcy has to give him the explanation, or what they call what do you call that? Yeah. You know what I mean? The explanation. But that was the next episode. That's episode 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, in episode 7, the clowns that used to be Sword, are hanging about. And I hated this guy, the strong man who was trying to get Vision to do the show with him. Remember that guy? It was a complete waste because one, he was not from the comics, and don't put anybody in who's not from the comics. And then the other is that it was so unfunny. That whole bit was so unfunny. This was the worst bit to me was Vision and Darcy trapped in a clown zone. Let's call it the clown zone.
It was slow, wasn't it? It was.
It was
I
just
didn't get what they were trying to
unfunny,
do.
and they're clowns.
Yeah.
You scared of clowns?
I am scared of clowns, but try and watch our show, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like, I am scared of clowns, but I don't like them clowns. They're unfunny.
I was like, how I didn't understand the way Darcy disappears for like the last bit of this series. She's just in an ice cream truck for like the past like the last like 3 episodes.
It's kind of like trapped in that crossroads.
Yeah,
Right?
she's just still at the lights, just waiting.
Yeah, and it's like they were like, "Oh, Wanda's doing this to prevent us from making progress." And
In it, but it's like how.
but it was Agatha all along.
Yeah. God damn it.
But yeah, look, 'cause episode 7's really hazy for me. So we do so Monica is trying to get back in the hex, isn't she? Right. So they kit her out with all this big titanium thing.
The most expensive
By the
thing.
aerospace engineer. That's a good friend of hers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it
just
gets
just
turned
to
into
know.
a car.
And gets well.
The giant space thing, it gets turned like this.
Yeah, it looks like a spaceship
Yeah.
and it gets turned into a car. But it's made by the aerospace engineer who doesn't have a name. And then so when the female soldier shows up, he say, "Hey, yeah, so he made this for you." Yes. Who? Damn it, who? Well, we didn't actually confirm who Reed Richards is yet, or Hank Pym, or Hank McCoy, or whatever guy that you know. We haven't confirmed them yet, so we won't see them. Why name it?
I think it sets up for the future.
What?
I think it sets up for future things.
It does, but it's just... No. So anyway, she gets inside, right?
Yeah.
And this is her final trip through the hex, because remember, she came out of the hex, she went into the hex, she came out of the hex, went into that.
Yeah.
Right? So now she's inside, and her eyes glow blue.
This is the sick bit. This is the tech cool bit.
Now, you didn't know who Monica was. So you said you watched
didn't-
Captain Marvel,
Yeah,
but
I didn't know.
you were
so-
told to probably watch Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. How did you feel about this girl getting superpowers?
So I was like, when she's going through it, like her eyes turn, like she comes out and she can like all her visions kind of crazy. I was like,
can
their
see the
energy,
spectrum.
their energy fields, man.
Yeah.
That, like she can see energy emitting, and I was like, well, that's cool. And then I was like, what's she gonna do? And I was kind of like, if she's that type of Captain Marvel, she's probably gonna be OP.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see. I've not like spoiled, but I haven't like went and looked her up or anything, like because I kind of don't want to.
What hero is she supposed to be or become?
Spectre or Photon.
Photon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then basically they're like, she's like,
You don't know. What do you mean?
I don't know.
she like she
I
can,
don't know?
No, I haven't watched Captain Marvel. I don't know anything about
she can effectively like, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong here, Chase, but she can like effectively like harness people's power. So she's like
That's exciting.
a bit like Peter Petrelli from Heroes, but like
Okay.
with just energy though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she controls energy wavelengths. So like she can fly, she can shoot powers. Thankfully, they didn't give her super speed because that would have been kind of stupid. But she does the superhero landing.
She does do a superhero.
She does the superhero landing and everything, and the fucking excuse me, and the blue eyes I thought was a nice touch.
Yeah, it's
that's
cool.
not like something you see in the comics, but that was a nice touch to show that she had that kind of power that she could see.
I like
the
all this
wavelengths.
setup.
Yeah.
This is definitely all getting set up for Captain Marvel too. And I love how it's all been done
And
subtly.
and that's what you should do. You should just do kind of like a simple setup. But everybody kept putting so many stockpiling setups on top of setups. They didn't have to do
I
that.
swear,
Just
like-
this one was enough.
By like episode 6 or 7, like the top 3 theories were X-Men are coming, Fantastic Four are coming. Someone said Doctor Doom's gonna come, and
my God.
someone said that no, and Benedict Cumberbatch is gonna make a cameo in it.
yeah.
There was so much, and someone said Ultron at one point. There was so
Ultron,
much going around and so much speculation that it raised everyone's expectations and made the season finale look like.
I guess that was kind of like the point, you know, where it's like, do you want to make the show really predictable and everyone's onto it before the last episode's even come out and everyone knows what's going to happen? Or do you want to throw as much like misdirection in as you possibly can
So
to
people can
make
watch
that,
more, yeah.
that ending
watch
actually
these.
ambiguous and actually keep people guessing?
I'd rather just follow the show. And and I just try my best just to follow the show without all the speculations and all of that kind of stuff, you know, because it wasn't needed because the show was already doing so well. So anyway, so now we get to Do we not get to Agatha all along now?
Yes,
It's
at the end of that
Agatha.
episode.
Oh wait! No. Because we had to get Wanda doing the Modern Family episode. So is that which one is the Modern?
We've already hit that.
Okay, okay, cool, thank you. So Wanda is doing the Modern Family talking to the camera episode, which is spectacular.
It's a boss
yeah.
episode.
But then
Actually, Benedict Cumberbatch was supposed to make a cameo, but he couldn't fit filming in.
Yeah, we had a thing.
Just put it
Yeah.
off.
Canonically, Doctor Strange was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Had a
Yeah.
previous appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It happens.
yeah. But so anyway, this was perfect. First of all, let's talk about this because we're going back to Twilight Zone. So Agatha comes over, Agnes, whatever, comes over and says, "Hey, hon, I could take care of the kids."
Yeah.
Right. And Wanda's like, "Oh yeah, please, oh God, that'd be so great." If you're a parent, you just love these kind of people that just comes in and takes your mind off of things for a minute. You don't really have anything to do, but you just don't have to do for other people just for a minute. Thank you, God.
She's like super depressed in that though, isn't she? She's like,
no, but that's. I mean, it's not even postpartum depression. She just she just wants some
Sad.
time.
yeah.
And so anyway. So when Agatha takes the kids and stuff, I love it how she's with the kids at her house, and then they're like Billy's like I don't see anything in you or whatever, I can't hear you or something like that.
Yeah.
Like what? She's like, I usually can hear people, and then there's like Agatha says that bit about last time I bit a kid, because witches eat children.
Oh yeah.
Right? So then
yeah.
when Wanda goes over to the house and it's like, where are my kids?
Yeah.
It was really kind of, did you freak out, James? It was really kind of like that moment of
It's
like,
oh, where's my?
cause you got the cicada bug on a window and the empty and the half eaten. So who was freaked out? Because I know I was, because I just don't like bugs, but I don't like a lot of things.
I was a little freaked out, but I was
I feel
kind of like
shocked.
the kids just didn't worry me in this show. I wasn't like
No,
scared
yeah, I
for
didn't-
them
I think
or
about the kids.
I didn't care for
Like-
the kids because we all knew at the end they were gonna somewhat die anyway.
it wasn't even so much that. It was just like they're gonna be fine,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, they've got superpowers. They're gonna be
Are
fine.
they?
Well,
Yes. Well, they are fine for what's called again, Doctor Strange 2.
I wasn't worried for them. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah.
I was like, they're just gonna be
It-
okay.
It's a Marvel TV show. They're gonna play it safe. They will not kill a kid.
I followed along with this, and I went down the rabbit hole because when Agatha went into the kitchen to supposedly make tea,
Yeah.
where are my kids? And then she said, "Oh, they're just playing in the basement."
Yeah.
And then Wanda goes like,
In the basement.
That's a
"In the
bit-
In the
basement?
basement.
Why are my kids in your basement? That's not what you do in today's times." So anyway, she goes down to the basement and everything. And, everything's all purple and the runes are on the walls and everything like that. And it's just kind of like, oh, man. It's just getting taken
Witch.
off. Now, wait a minute. Did they do Agatha's all along? Yeah, now they did it.
They did
Yeah.
at the
It's
end
at like the
episode
start of the
7.
episode.
Who's
yeah.
been messing up everything?
Yeah, so
It's been Agatha all along.
So they did that and then they got
And
Wanda
then-
to go over to the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It revealed who she was.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like at the end of the episode, and
Yeah.
they're like,
I also
fixed
killed
them.
Sparky.
Yeah, and then that next episode's like,
I love the Salem Witch Trials when it shows
Yeah.
that was the Salem Witch Trials where it shows like this past. I'd love to see more Marvel things set in the past.
Yeah.
That's untapped.
It reminded me of Marvel 1609. It's a classic series.
nice from like 400 years ago.
Yeah. But I mean, like, and then, what's her name? Monica winds up at the house, and then Pietro goes, "Snooper's got a snoop." I love that line. I had to watch it a couple of times to figure out what the fuck did he just say.
Who's gonna snoop?
Snoopy's gonna snoop.
Snooper's got a snoop and stuff like that. Yeah, and it looked like her eyes changed colors, so it looked like she was possessed or something like that by Agatha.
Are we
so-
on episode 8 next?
What?
Are we moving on to episode 8 next?
Yeah, that was the end of that
Yep.
episode. Yeah.
So the opening Salem Witch Trials, as I said before, that was pretty cool. And we see more magic in this as well, because I feel like we've seen like this like some parts of Marvel, what's been like overdone, but seeing like more magic was really refreshing to see. And like with witches and spells and the spell books and runes, and I thought that was cool.
But at this point, this is where I need to talk about this so-called fantastical villain that everybody was looking for, right?
Okay.
Now, obviously, because of China, right? Not because I'm Trump or anything, right?
China.
China. They're not going to do the devil on Disney television. Yeah?
Okay.
So you're not going to get Mephisto.
Okay.
Yeah. But that wasn't stopping us from getting Shaitan. Right now, Shaitan, Chton, right? So
Is
when
he
we
from
had
Doctor
Shaitan, no. This is the guy who supposedly helped to give Wanda her chaos magic in the comics, right?
Oh, okay.
When she was a baby. But what I'm trying to say is that somebody gave Agatha support when she was being attacked by the witches, because she was like, "Oh no, don't," and her mom says to her, "You were dabbling in dark magics and stuff like that." And then so when they decide, they're like the Salem 7, which is also another nod to the comics, right? Because there's 7 witches. So like when they're trying to take her power, then all of a sudden it was somebody. It seemed like it was somebody else
Helping her.
who was helping Agatha. So like in that aspect, that's where I think this whole Shaitan came into play. Even though we didn't see him in the series, it was like, because it seemed like there's somebody else that we're going to see in Doctor Strange 2. It's like that's where you're either going to get Nightmare or you're going to get Mephisto. But Shaitan, I just wanted to point that out. That somebody, do you not think somebody helped Agatha in that bit?
She's definitely got like she's either got someone backing her,
Some being
or
on
she's
her
got
side.
like what's the book called, The Darkhold?
Yeah, Darkhold.
She's been either that or she's been having a little flick through
It's
that just
either
before.
them or it's plot convenience.
Yeah, but
It's one of the three.
They're literally excommunicating her from
One
the
of the
coven,
three.
aren't they? They're trying to take her power and do her in and go, you can't do
But
this no
something
more.
helps her. Do you notice something?
So is that something for someone, or has she just been actually just reading the Darkhold and learning shit?
Yeah.
I'd
Do you
like.
know what I mean?
Because like, who could it be if it was like? Because obviously that happens like way back in the day.
Yeah.
So like what kind of like Marvel characters are around like
Not-
in the universe?
that's why I
Not
was saying
many.
about the
Thor.
Nightmare.
Not many.
For-
Just
Like
oh,
all the Asgardians, and that's like, or all the aliens. That's pretty much it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But that's why I was saying like the Nightmare or the Mephisto or everything like that. But Stan, I think, would have been a good thing. But so either way, it's like, so we get all of that, right? That's a great reveal. And then it's like, that's when we get all like Agatha, what she was doing throughout the whole
plan.
bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love this. This was one of the best, like,
I loved it so much. My headphones came out.
this was one of the best, like, montages.
Yeah.
Like, I really looked forward to this. It had a nice, catchy song, but I just loved how they showed all of these little moments.
Yeah.
Right? Even the ones that we didn't see that led up to what she was doing behind us, like a puppet.
She's
Yeah, it was like she was a
evil.
She was the cameraman on the Modern Family episode.
Yeah, did you notice that she was like, when she was outside, when Pietro was at the door, like his back was glowing purple, and because she was doing it, it was like as if she made him appear and everything like that. So I just thought it was just
Before Agatha became the villain, I thought, does this show really need a main antagonist? Does it need anything? But when she came into play more, she added weight. She added a lot.
my
But it was great that she was
favourite
throughout. It was great that she was throughout the series.
And not just
By the
jumped in,
time-
yeah.
By the time we got to 5 and 6, it's like
I was
Yeah.
shocked.
I don't.
It was
There
awesome.
better not be a fucking villain, because it's one of those things you just throw in at. But because she was there the whole time, and then they were able to flash back to it
Impact
all.
was bigger.
That's the thing, innit? Like, goes back to all like the different red herrings and things
If
like
you
that. It's
rewatch
like if you watched that, if that show didn't have all that convoluted crazy in it,
Convoluted crazy.
you would just be like, oh, it's her.
If you rewatch it,
You know what I mean?
if you rewatch it, you're gonna notice the tropes. You're gonna notice Agatha's slimy little details, what she does, or anything. And that's why I feel like rewatching it will give something else. Not yet.
She's my favorite character in the show, man.
Oh my
So
god.
good, man.
Jimmy Woo.
Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
I mean, she's a fantastic comedian. She's been doing things for ages, and this was perfect for her. It was really good. And then not only that, is that like it's just like the way she talks,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah.
like they
It's-
just
Oh,
they just
hi,
got a
hon.
voice.
It's like
No, no,
almost
yeah.
it's almost witch like, innit? Like and it's a little bit cackly, but not.
I can't wait to see her in Doctor Strange 2 because she'll be in it.
She better be in it.
She better
But
be in it.
but so anyway, I love the whole thing about the runes.
Yeah.
Right, because then she was like, only the witch who creates the runes can do
Cast
the magic.
yeah.
And everything else like that. So I love all of that. And then what happened?
They have showdown.
Oh,
No.
this is where they go to the place.
They have a little
back in
yeah.
Yeah, they go back to their memories, and this is where we see Wanda's
Down memory
love
lane.
for
Yeah.
this. This is where we see
Yes.
why it's like this sitcom style, and seeing her past more was great. And I got a massive jump scare. They're all watching Dick Van Dyke's show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive bomb hits.
Yeah.
The
but
Stark
didn't
bomb.
they leave
Yeah.
the fact that Wanda stopped the bomb ambiguous?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
They were like,
yeah.
Not really, because when she did her
'Cause it was
finger,
faulty.
she did her finger thing. That's when Agatha pulled her out of the memory, and
Yeah.
then she said, "Oh, so you're doing probability early on?" And she's like, "What? I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about." That was just luck. It was, and that's what probability is. It's about she controls her own luck.
yeah,
Yeah.
And everything. So now it makes also more sense because not that you have to go back to the Avengers, but now that when they talk about that they were sitting under that bed for 3 days.
Yeah.
And the bomb never went off. I mean, a fucking missile went into
Yeah.
their room, killed their parents, and then it doesn't go off because she stopped it from going off until whoever else came along and took them out of it.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. It is really
That's
good.
that's some thinking there and everything. So that was really clever.
Then we see her with the holocron. Is it?
The holocron.
"Oh, what now?"
The Tesseract.
Tesseract. What's the
Oh
what's the
yeah,
holocron?
no,
Star Wars, bro.
Star Wars.
Yeah, the scepter.
I'm getting my industries
the
mixed
scepter,
up.
which had the Tesseract in it, the scepter and everything, and that's when she gets the vision of herself
Yeah.
and everything. But she doesn't have a name for it; she just gets the vision, and then that's why when she ends up outside with Wanda, not with Wanda, with Agatha, with her boys. Now the thing about it is, what's clever about this is that when she had the boys by their neck,
Yeah.
right? First of all, that's
Scary.
up.
Yeah.
But if you think about the comic version of this, right, there was this guy called Pandemonium who was the in-between guy between, the kids and Mephisto. So the kids were like his arms, which was even more disgusting. You
Yeah.
know, like his arms would be like half of the body of the kid.
That is kind of gross, man.
It is. So when he had them like that, and Wanda had to save them, here, it was just
like
Agatha had them by the
shackled,
neck,
yeah.
shackled by the neck. So it's just like, just as creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now you're saying to yourself, where the hell is Vision?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Where the hell is
Where's he
Darcy?
going?
And where the hell is that white Vision that showed up at the end of that last episode, right?
Yeah.
So like in that fashion but then Agatha says it, you are the Scarlet Witch. Now,
Oh my god.
Now, you go back to the 25 minutes of screen time that Wanda and Vision had in all the movies.
Yeah.
No one's ever called her the Scarlet Witch.
Nope.
We,
We
as
call
the
her it,
audience,
yeah.
No, we as the audience
We've always
always
said it,
knew.
yeah.
We always
Yeah.
knew. So we always did it. So this was the first time the name was said out loud. Even when she had the costume
Yeah.
on, hey, look at me. I'm going to be Scarlet Witch. Hey. No,
She just Wanda.
Just wonder.
just Wanda. She's just Wanda. Like,
Wanda.
who's that guy?
Like
That-
Harry.
Just
that-
plain
Harry.
old wonder.
Yeah. So boom. Yeah. Now, yeah. So now we're finally into the final episode. I know we've been here for 3 years, but
Oh my god.
but we're finally here, people. We're finally here. So yeah, man.
Boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Big old showdown.
Big old showdown. We are finally at
And it
episode 9.
was
the end of this
rushed.
series.
Episode 9 was so rushed and it was so convoluted that it almost ruined the TV show for me.
Where's my gun?
It's like it felt like it was trying to cram everything in as quick as it can.
No, it was just like the last episode.
Well,
bro.
it
You know,
is
it's like-
chaos. You got to remember it was chaos magic.
It wasn't
so
because
what
it was
going
chaos.
on was going to be chaos.
It's because they were
as
trying
well.
to cram everything in like so quickly.
Let him get it out.
How do you mean?
It's like with the fighting scenes. Usually with fighting scenes, even if you haven't got a long play, even if you've got 2 minutes to do a fight scene,
Yeah.
it's good. But with WandaVision, it just felt like it was rushed and that they tried to get it done as quick as they can.
Which one? Are you talking about Vision
Every fight
fighting
scene.
Vision
Oh no,
or-
Vision
or-
fighting Vision was a masterpiece.
So
I
you're
love
talking
it.
about, you're talking about Agatha fighting Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I think
they
I didn't like it as
witches,
much.
bro. They ain't gonna do kung fu.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Think like
Like,
less
I just-
Kung Fu Panda, more Harry Potter. Do you know what I
I
mean?
just think they were trying to fit everything in as quick as they can. Like when the was it who was the evil guy who works with Sword again? What's his name?
The big boss
Just call
dude.
him Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big
Ted.
boss. Yeah, it's called Ted. Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
Ted.
when Ted comes in and he finally goes, then he goes to shoot the kids.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he,
Oh, Monica
Hold on,
jumps
hold on,
in the
hold
way.
on.
yeah, it's just-
Wait. Let me say something. Because everybody's always talking about this guy trying to shoot the kids. He wasn't trying to shoot kids. He knew that the kids didn't exist. The kids weren't even here yesterday. He knew that they were demon spawn or something. He knew they were created. So he wasn't trying to shoot kids. He was trying to destroy the illusion.
Fair play.
fair,
Give you
yeah.
that. Give
No,
you
I'm
that.
just trying to say
Actually,
he
that-
knew he wasn't trying to shoot
That's
kids.
fair.
I can get behind that. You know what I can't get behind though? Just whoever hires these people. Why do they always hire some stupid idiot to
Do a
run like the
background
most,
check, man.
like the most like elite team that like of the off branch of the government? Why are they always shit? You know what I mean? Why are they always shit?
Why
Or
are
just
you
like
never a
don't
badass?
understand? You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
right, so you have loads of screws loose. You are really unstable. You have a vendetta against
You know
everyone
what?
who's
Direct
You know
assault.
what? You know what it is?
You're prejudiced and racist in some
You know
way.
what it
Yep,
is?
hired.
It's the Tories. He's a son of someone.
It's the Tories.
The views on this show, not the views of Big Condo Online. I just want you to realize that.
It's the Tories.
No, it's not. But it is too rule.
but yeah,
No, he's someone's son, isn't he?
probably, innit? But it's like Marvel need to kind of get rid of that big evil boss trope with the corporations because it's like it's boring.
Always, always
like-
the evil boss trope.
Well, that's just like, well, he was such a stereotype. It was like, oh yeah, bomb him. You know what I mean? Blow him up.
Yeah, it's like I'm angry.
She's a threat. Blow him
Yeah,
up.
I'm angry for some reasons. Let's jump to violence instantly.
He was just, he was so bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, that character wasn't put out well,
And they always start out as a supposed good guy, and
Yeah.
then whatever.
then they do something illegal. They like accidentally throw a coup or something.
Yeah.
It's always that. It's always that.
Yeah, I didn't like that
such
guy.
as such as creating white vision.
Yes.
Calling them cataract.
Is that
Somebody calls him! Oh no!
Did you see that?
Enough of that.
I'm about to
Enough
have
of that.
cataract surgery, by the way, but that is what they call white vision. Look it up, seriously.
They called him cataract.
They called him cataract.
Cataracts.
Yeah.
I swear to God, they called him cataract.
That's heavy, that, you know.
I know.
I'm so sorry, Shane.
So moving on to White Vision a little bit more.
I don't want to now.
I feel like their first fight, it was a CGI, clash on clash, but then it.
Let it be CGI.
No.
God dog it. I mean, they're visions.
No,
They put their hands to each other.
No,
You know what I
it
mean?
was-
They fly through the air.
I'm complimenting. It was this dog fight, and then the second fight is like, yes, let's talk about the ship of faces.
It's the
First of all, the ship of Theses.
Yes.
And that was awesome.
That was cool. That's it.
you know.
And then they just
mind
Just because
fight.
you're not
He
smart
mind
enough to know who the hell
fight.
Thesis is.
he mind fucks him because mind,
indeed true.
Yes.
and he just goes and just flies away. And
That's it, though. It is like
he has a robot life crisis.
you gotta remember that they're not just like weapons. They fucking
They have
super
feelings
genius
too. They have
Jarvis, do you know
feelings
what I
too.
mean? And like
Yeah.
he's gonna use his brain as a weapon, bro. He's gonna make him stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Classic.
But you know
I thought it was
what?
really
I've got to get onto this Wanda and Agatha fight because the fucking reveal of the rooms. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That was cool. That was
Top
cool.
notch.
It was something you wouldn't
Top
see.
notch.
Well done.
It was
Like,
something you wouldn't see.
Like,
That's
and
me
the
being
cloud
Wanda.
just
That's me
moves
being Wanda.
away, and it's like, yeah, you're in my territory,
This is my house.
my house.
That was freaking awesome. Because it's just that somebody tried to equate it to the same thing with the end of Endgame where Thanos does the snap and it doesn't work and
Yeah.
everything,
It's
and
like, got you.
Tony has the glove and
Yeah.
everything and stuff. It's kind of like, oh my god, that's true, but it still was awesome. You know what I mean? You stole that idea from your own people. You raped yourself. You know what I mean? But
Cut
you did
that.
it better. Who did it better?
Well, Disney can't copyright Disney.
So they're just recycling.
Disney own that. Disney own that much. They're gonna start copying off each other like silently by accident.
Because they own everything.
Yeah, they'll be like, wait, is that ours? Oh,
Oh, that's ours. Don't worry about it.
We did this.
Don't worry about it. That's ours. It's not Jeff Johns. It's ours.
Is that ours? No, it will
It's not
be.
Jeff Johns' idea.
But yeah,
No, but that was awesome.
I did like when all the fighting stopped. Agatha's been like put as the character. Agatha's punishment was amazing.
Yeah, that she forced her into her
1950s
character,
household.
and then she says, "But here's the key for the next time we see her. I know where to find you."
Yeah.
You're gonna need me. You're gonna need me.
There's that line and the other line, which like while we were still on, well, not too far away from the ruins. Thanks for the lesson.
When she said you're gonna
But
need me, that was like,
That thanks for the lessons just made me go, oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was like.
You know?
You do you, but like but it's also that's when she name dropped the Sorcerer Supreme before that fight. But like when you said that he was planning on showing up, I don't know where he could show up because I mean pretty much unless some kind of end credit sequence, because this had to be Wanda's moment, because even though Wanda wins, right? First of all, now we're going to get to the tragic, well acted ending. But like, even though she wins, she had to win on her own.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange can't just show up because she doesn't know him. I mean, she heard of him. She doesn't, it wouldn't have worked, especially because she's an anti-hero, right? In a way. So she was like,
nowhere near enough time.
yeah, but also too is like because Monica says to her, like they don't know you, whatever, or what you gave up, and then Wanda's like they hate me, so I'm willing to be hated and shit. Because actually, I did a bad thing, I was selfish, and that came from my guilt, and that means that came from character that made sense throughout this whole thing.
Yep.
That like when she first walked into Westview. Even though that was kind of stupid about Vision supposedly bought the house.
Yeah, there was
I don't understand what that is all about.
All the plot.
I will leave that alone.
I mean, I feel like we should touch on it.
Okay, but let's take on the ending, because when they go home with the family
Yeah.
and they
Put 'em
lay
to
the,
bed.
and they lay the
They
kids
put 'em to
down.
bed.
And she says, "Thank you for being thank you
For
for
choosing
me
me.
to be my
You
to
know
be
what?
your mom." And I was just like, "Oh."
Now that's like kind of like old world thinking, because some people said, "Well, wait a minute, how did they choose you? What you talking about?" And some people feel that like kids, because you come from like soul, remember soul, you come from that angel type of place, so you choose like your
parents
family or your people and stuff like that. So that's where I think that's where that line comes from. But because I didn't realize until when they was putting them to bed that wait a minute, what's going on? Did anybody else see this coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
It's just stupid.
No, I thought,
No, I was
no,
like
I thought
when
we were going to plot twist and the thing was going to come in and just stop in the house.
Yeah, that's
Have
right.
our
That's
house with her kids and Vision, but
could've
then leave
done
the
that.
house at will. And I was so upset. I was like, no.
They could have done that actually.
it was the only way to redeem her.
Like the only place in the universe where she can just have what she wants.
Yeah,
And then go and do whatever, like, otherwise, if they knock on her door and like, hey, Wanda, we need you right now.
It's all an
Yeah.
illusion.
You know what I mean?
She's
I feel
living a
you, like-
lie. It's all been an
I
illusion.
know,
that's
but it
it,
broke
it's
my
like-
heart.
She needs.
Wait. It's not a Dallas shower scene, bruh. It's not all an illusion. I mean, basically what she was saying is family, and like, even though she created the family, yes, but then the whole thing is for her, it was real. For her, as Vision said to her, like guilt is like preserving love or something like that. She needed this moment of time, to kind of like. I don't know if anybody, what would you do if you had the chance to do it over again or to create this world?
And you had chaos magic.
And unfortunately, you have chaos magic and you're taking over other people's lives. So, yes, it's kind of cruel, but still.
That was the thing for me was like, if she's gonna still be Wanda and stuff, she can't do all this really bad shit to everyone in this town, and then just like get away with it and still
She
have
just
all the things that
She just
like,
flies away.
that she set off.
I mean, the
wrong reason.
outfit,
I was so sad.
the outfit reveal of Scarlet
Oh, yeah,
Witch,
that was good.
That was a top-notch outfit for like superheroes.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one.
Including the hood.
The hood.
Good hood.
I was so
Good,
upset.
good.
No, honestly, I was just kind of a bit like, and then, that scene where she's saying goodbye to Vision, and Vision was like, what am I?
Yeah.
And he was like, you're my love.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You're part of me.
Then he said something about like, we're always saying goodbye.
Yeah, which means you'll say hello again. Yeah.
I love the cheese.
Right in the feels. Right in the feels. I didn't cry, did you? No.
I was heartbroken. I was like, you know what, girl, you fly off and you do some good stuff. Like, you need it. Like,
Confirmed though, innit? Off that line alone, WandaVision season 2.
I mean,
If we're done, I want to talk about the end scene credits.
Okay, so before we talk about the end scene credits, we have to talk about the fact that Cataract flies away.
oh yeah, he's still alive. Oh my god, he literally is.
What's that setting up? Because I was a bit confused.
Well, because
Okay, let me tell him.
Okay.
So in the comics, right, Vision really did get destroyed and everything. Wanda really did go crazy and everything. But then Vision was rebuilt, right, as White Vision, right, and everything like that. But it was all about the engrams, right? Like his memories came from Simon Williams, who was the Wonder Man, who was another fucking thing that they threw out at us. So in that aspect is that, but when he was rebuilt as White Vision, he didn't have all of his memories or his humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a couple of issues where he was White Vision, and they had to deal with what that meant, and everything. So basically, when Vision gave him his memories, remember he gave him Vision's memories, and then he's like, "Whoa,
I'm Vision."
I'm Vision."
That's me.
And Agatha says that thing. She's like, "Oh God, it's your ex and your
Yeah.
boyfriend is here at the same party. What do you do?"
Exactly.
Like, no.
So basically, Paul Bettany will be back, is what it means.
Yeah.
So Vision, as we know him, is gone, but Paul Bettany will be back as White Vision. So how that shows up, we don't know yet.
It's just Gandalf, innit? It's just Lord of the Rings now. It's just
Yeah.
he's gone from like he's Vision the Grey to Vision the White, innit? Fully though.
So the first end scene credit, a FBI agent says to who's her name again?
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah,
Yes.
says to Monica, you need it in the theater, and we all know, that's gonna be someone.
The big upstairs.
Oh, yeah. And then she revealed, then the FBI reveals that she's a Thrall. Scroll, not a Thrall. That's something else. That's completely different. A Scroll.
It's a fake scroll.
Yeah. And they say you need it up there. That's set up Captain Marvel 2, and I think that's gotta be way better than the first one.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Do you know what?
Better be, bro.
I just
It better
can't.
be,
I
'cause,
can't
like,
deal with Brie Larson, man. I just can't even
Why?
deal with her.
Tell us, Matt. Why?
You know why? Yeah, I would rather like staple my eyelids to the floor and try and stand up, yeah, than watch her act. She's so bad.
Right?
Oh,
Do you hear about the guy
So
who's
bad.
seen? Do you hear about the guy?
so bad.
Why? She's not.
Matt,
She is.
Matt, have you heard about the
So
guy who saw
one-dimensional.
Captain Marvel 219 times just to meet Brie Larson?
What's wrong with
That's
the
down
world,
bad.
man?
That's down
Did you
bad.
not like her?
I have no opinion of her.
No,
I,
did you not see Captain Marvel?
I haven't seen Captain Marvel. So.
I've got an opinion
Do you
on
know
her.
what? If Brie Larson was good in it, you would have seen it.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what? I think it's writing what kind of shafted her.
No, she's a bad
Right.
actor.
What?
Right, the writing of Captain Marvel's a bit
What
poor.
else has she been in?
Like loads of like
Oh, God.
teens.
She's been in a lot of.
I've
She's
seen,
been
I've
in a
seen
lot
her in
of things.
something. Let me check.
I'm not a fan.
She's been in The Room. She's been
Not
in
fun.
Free Fire. She's been in those Monarch Godzilla movies. But either way you look at it, I don't have a problem with Brie Larson.
So that's
But
just-
I had a problem with that movie.
Yeah.
Not with Brie Larson.
She's in Community. Room, Kong Skull Island.
Anyway,
I don't know what. I don't know
Scott
what it is.
Pilgrim,
She just
that's
doesn't do it for
She
me.
plays one of the evil X and Scott Pilgrim, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. The whole point about it is that yes, I think Monica will do a really good job in that.
Yes.
Because also Ms. Marvel is going to be in there as well.
Yeah.
So like you know.
She's-
Doesn't Rogue from the X-Men get her powers off Miss Marvel as well? I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
She steals them for Mystique.
Yeah.
Captain Yeah.
Marvel. Yeah. Well, I think if they were to bring the X-Men back earlier, that would have happened in Captain Marvel 2, but it probably will be Captain Marvel 3 if they get that lucky. Yeah.
That's
But
only
that
the
is a
second
big
one's
that is
good.
the big storyline. You're right. That is the big storyline where she sucks up the powers like a milkshake. But
The second end scene
Like
credit.
a milkshake.
yeah, she does.
The second end scene credits, we see Wanda in a cabin in the woods,
Happening in the woods.
With Chris Hemsworth.
Is it Sokovia? Is it Russia? Is it
Wundagore, Mount Wundagore?
no clue what that is.
Of course you don't. But like, yeah, that's another
And
place
she's
that
like
it could be.
She's studying the book, isn't she?
The Darkhold.
Yeah. I think that just sets up Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. And,
It does.
but it does say, you hear the kids screaming.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of Doctor Strange 2, they're going to open the multiverse, yeah? And that's going to set up season 2 of Wandavision, of Wanda trying to find her kids. I think I see that.
yeah, no.
I see it.
I feel like that's a stretch.
No.
Yeah,
but then like they think, no. Close, but no. I mean, because the kids have to come back so they could do Young Avengers and everything like that. But then like the other thing about it is that when you said about the multiverse is that there's 2 Wandas in that end credit scene. So like the question really should be is, did she already open up the multiverse to read the Darkhold? Because like the thing about it is that like there's one Wanda walking in and there's another Wanda who's in some kind of bubble, right? Reading the Darkhold. And then when she finds the kids, it's like, that's what I wanted to do because I want my kids.
Yeah.
So I had to search this so-called multiverse to find my kids.
And that's how she turns up with Doctor Strange.
But it's like
Exactly, Mundo. Now you're on it.
she's got to
That
get
makes way more...
like more powerful enough to make them in the real world, effectively, hasn't she?
Or just to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
To bring them through.
because what she is in the comics is she's what you call a Nexus being.
Right.
So like that's the last commercial that we saw was like the Nexus. Is that like so what it is Wanda actually exists in all realities.
Okay.
So like so even though there's a multiverse what?
She's got WandaVision.
Yeah. So basically like
That was underrated, man. It was funny.
all right. So basically, because you got all these other versions of like Iron Man, Captain America, and all of this other kind of stuff, Wanda is the same in every reality. So like, if she finds another reality where the kids are, then she still will be Wanda, and they will still be her kids. Now, so we can move into Doctor Strange 2, but Spider-Man Far From what is it? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Now, I've had this argument with my son, so you are going to help me. Right? Like, the thing is the fact that Spider-Man has already been told to us that you're going to have Mysterio, you're going to have Dr. Octopus, you're going to have the Jamie Foxx Electro, you're going to have all these other characters that were from the other versions of Spider-Man. So you might even have Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Thingy coming back as Green Goblin?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. What's his name? Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm sure I'm signing this myself.
Now my son will go, no. Nobody signed any contracts.
Realistic.
Yeah, well, listen, man. They are talking about signing contracts. The problem really has been Tobey Maguire, but supposedly everybody else is signed. So even the Mary Janes, like the Kirsten Dunst and Emma Stone, even they signed their contracts.
That's sick.
Now the deal is the fact that why were these people predicted into this movie months ago? Because this is before WandaVision. Yeah. Right? So it's because now Wanda herself is also supposed to be in Far No Way Home. So now the point is the fact that like, yeah, she cracks open this damn multiverse. Yeah. Everybody starts slipping through, right? And everything. And what's funny is that when they're talking about the multiverse and Spider-Man Far From Home, it's not like Mysterio is some smart motherfucker, but it's just the fact that they're talking about the possibilities.
Multiverse.
Yeah, that there's a multiverse out there. So that way it's not so far fetched when they go, there's a multiverse. Yeah. Now, could that be where Daredevil comes from? Ooh. Because Charlie Cox from the Netflix Daredevil was also spotted on set as Charlie Cox, right? You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. No, for that.
Yeah. So. Oh my God. The Netflix guys all their contracts have all been up from Netflix, right? Yeah. So we're talking about
what about Luke Cage,
Jessica
Punisher,
Jones,
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, all of them. So Feige has been having meetings.
He's right.
But the only person that was confirmed was Charlie Cox because somebody had taken pictures of him Because obviously
Yeah.
Peter Parker needs a lawyer, right?
It does like.
because he looks like because he's Spider-Man and needs a lawyer.
Well, yeah,
The
because
damage
that's
is
what happened in Far From Home. Is the fact that his identity was released. Did nobody? Do you not even watch a movie that came out last year?
No.
Are you serious too?
Watch it. It's bad, but it's
you
alright.
know that?
Yeah.
It's
Good
bad.
movie,
It's
man.
bad,
Yeah.
but watch it.
Me that is any.
Which Far From Home?
Me
Did you not
who's
like
only
it?
seen half of Homecoming as well.
Didn't like it as much. I don't like the new.
I thought it was good, man.
Eh.
I thought it was good, mate. Spider-Man, man.
I think
I'm
they all
also
lose their
old.
geek
I'm
card.
a Sam Raimi trilogy type of guy.
You know what?
Not-
you know
So
what?
you've seen the Spider-Mans that came out in like 2002,
Yeah.
but not the one that came out like last year.
No.
Of course I've seen it. Of course, I saw it on day one, man.
I'm lost.
Of course I've seen
Of
it.
course you haven't.
I haven't seen
know
it.
what?
It's gonna be good.
I don't care who comes in and out this bloody Marvel universe as long as Nicolas Cage comes back as Ghost Rider. I don't care.
Yes. Needs to
Hell no.
Needs to happen.
Him back.
Mephisto, keep him down there. Ghost Rider is coming, but it damn well better not be Nick Cage.
I think Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Come on, please.
Oh hell no! You can't like Nick Cage at Johnny Blaze.
I do.
He's hilarious.
It's just funny, man.
hilarious.
It's just funny.
It's a Nick Cage.
It's like Ryan Reynolds does Green Lantern. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work, but you like
It's just
it.
funny. It's like casting George Clooney as Iron Man. It doesn't work. It's just funny.
That will be funny.
First of all, Tom Cruise supposedly has an opening in his schedule, and he has not said what he's doing right in between his Mission Impossible movies. But supposedly his schedule is open to shoot a scene as Iron Man in Multiverse of Madness,
What do you think of that?
which is shooting right now. I'm telling you, I know what I think. I love
Do you want
it.
to get down to set? Let's see if we get some pictures.
The
Come
other
on.
one.
That's London, bruv.
The other one that we've not talked about about a big super powerful dude who's like just chilling waiting to come back. Loki.
Look, his TV show. He's got his TV show coming.
Dude.
Loki's just in the multiverse, don't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Dude, his TV show comes out in June. Did you not know that?
No, yeah, it was Winter Soldier and Falcon, and then
Yeah.
the Loki one, innit?
Yeah.
I do like this constant us being drip fed. We were being drip fed by Marvel
Yeah,
shows.
but it's like how does Loki get back? Because is it like the
No, it's the Time Variant Authority. So he's a part of a group of people who travel through time and dimensions, and basically he's assigned to clean up when Loki actually won. So like if you think about Dark
Time, please.
World, then you think about the first Avengers, he had a plan and he lost. Because that's the main Marvel universe, but there are places where he actually won. So like he gets sent to these different places that he has to fix, and everything.
okay.
But that's what I think is really clever because in the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, that he does the DB Cooper scene where DB Cooper jumps out of a plane, and people think that wow, that was crazy. But he jumps out of the plane and Heimdall opens up the Bifrost to like take him away and everything. So I mean, I think that's mad cool. And then you got Owen Wilson. Wow.
wow.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
you didn't know that?
highway.
I did not know.
Owen Wilson
Wow.
is his like his handler.
I love that. Well done, Owen. You got in the MCU.
Yeah.
You know,
He
if,
did.
if Owen Wilson is getting in the MCU, then I'm gonna.
Better
get
be
in the
Ghost Rider.
MCU.
Well, wait a
I'm
minute.
not
Okay.
saying- I'll find
Hold
a
on.
way.
So do you know Jonathan Majors? All right, I know he's a black guy, but like basically he was in that fantastic series called Lovecraft Country. Maybe sometimes we'll talk about it, but like he is now Kang the Conqueror, who is the ultimate time traveler villain for the Avengers. But I mean, oh my God, Kang's story is amazing. But he's going to be in Quantumania in the Ant-Man and the Wasp 3
That's gonna be
movie
good.
and stuff like that. So I mean, that's going to be.
Yeah.
Marvel is amazing. I love DC. I'm a DC kid all the way, but Marvel has got it on locked.
Yeah.
And
Agree.
you guys don't watch. I can't believe this.
We need to wrap up.
Yeah, I don't believe this, but it's true.
1 hour 45. Just saying.
You know what? Hey, you know what? I'll just say this. I'll just say this. I just listened to a Quentin Tarantino 4-hour podcast. But anyway, our man Blake is telling that we had to wrap this up because we covered 9 episodes.
Yeah.
And we were trying to go
could
into
split-
the future.
You're gonna quickly do your recasts, or are you gonna not bother?
I wouldn't have any
You can't
cast.
recast
We
it.
can't
we
recast
talked
anyone
we talked
other than
about
Brie Larson.
we
Yeah.
Dad, don't listen.
we
Delete Brie Larson.
delete.
Delete Brie Larson.
Who's going to be the new Ghost Rider? Should we do that? Who's going to
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson comes back as the Ghost Rider. Oh no!
I feel like I should apologise to Brie Larson. I've absolutely
do it
put.
to the
I've
camera.
put you
Marry
on-
to one
I
day.
doubt she's watching the podcast.
I'll put you on blast here. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, but
Listen, listen, guys. We usually recast, but I mean, we think Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen were
smashed it.
freaking fabulous. There's nobody to recast it to that. Catherine Hahn,
Kate Dennings.
awesome. Everybody in this was awesome. Even the new girl, I don't know her name. Tian Paris, yes, that's her name. But I mean, yeah, Brie Larson does need to change. But I mean, I'll keep her though. She's all right. I won't kick her out. You know what I'm saying? But
let's recast cataracts as White Vision. God damn it. Ugh. Just recast that name real quick one
I
time.
think I'd
Let's just
rather-
wreck on that one
I'd
real
rather
quick.
call it cataracts than white vision.
Andrew, please confirm that is his name, isn't it?
I don't. Do the check.
Blake, please
I
confirm
don't think they
that
did.
is his name, isn't it?
I don't think they actually confirmed it.
No, my God, I swear to God, I saw it. You better not cut this off until
I'll
you confirm
Google
it.
now.
It wasn't. It's not confirmed, but it
just-
is in the comics.
See,
It's
we're
not
just in
No,
the
it's not in the
multiverse where
comics.
they
It's
did.
it's not in the comics. It's in that episode when White Vision what was it? End of episode 8 when White Vision when they he's in the machine.
Yeah.
I completely missed that. Are you sure somebody wasn't like?
Oh
on the set
my God,
talking
now-
about
No,
the cast
yeah,
around?
it is apparently. Apparently, it is referred to, but I don't know. It could be or couldn't be. It says in the official Marvel Cinematic Wiki, cataract.
That name makes me lose health.
No, but it does say it actually wasn't mentioned in the show at all.
No, it was Project Cataract, but it was cataract. It was Vision. White Vision is cataract.
Okay.
Why don't they just call him Vision Blonde?
Well, come on, guys. They called him Vision. They called him
Mark
Vision.
2.
In this, Matt, they called him Vision, but it was listed as Project Cataract.
Just take us out.
All right. Well, thanks very much, guys. This has been the Movie Squad, and that was WandaVision.
Sorry.
It wasn't.
Tune in next time.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
See you on the bit.
Division.
Oh my God.
Call to action, man. Call to action, So please, if you enjoyed this really long and lengthy episode, and actually you can listen to it as a podcast,
Yeah.
because I know most people would. But it's like, yeah, man, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Follow us on Anchor, whatever. No, it's not Anchor. Google
Follow us on
Podcasts.
TikTok, Instagram, anything. We love yous.
Yeah.
Just type the Geek Essentials into Google and just like it all.
Yeah.
Like
Send-
whatever it is.
Send us a message saying hi. We're from YouTube, and we'll send you a virtual high five. Yeah.
And thanks for watching the marathon that was WandaVision.
Yeah. See you all next week.
See, we're just in
No,
the
it's not in the
multiverse where they
comics.
did.
It's not in the comics. It's in that episode when White Vision what was it? End of episode 8 when White Vision when they he's in the machine.
Yeah.
I completely missed that. Are you sure somebody wasn't like? on
Oh
the set
my